Let's talk about raw diet for dogs. I've fed Monki a few months of raw diet, and I'm thinking of transitioning her back to dry food. Raw food can be one of the best diets, but I also think it can be the easiest way to get wrong. Let's dig deeper. Common beliefs on internet of feeding raw meat-based diet include closer to their ancestors' diet, easy to digest, cleaner teeth, and better skin and coat. Monki has been on small batch frozen raw diet for a few months, but I don't see a major difference in her stool, her coat, or her energy. So I started to question, was I making a nutrition decision or was I making a feeling-based decision? I did some research and found this interesting article about raw meat-based diet. It pointed out that these perceived benefits still require more controlled studies and scientific evidence to prove. There are 2 points struck me. First, imbalanced concern about raw diet's nutritional quality. Just because it looks like real food doesn't mean it's nutritionally complete. There may be deficiencies or excess nutrients, lack of formulation consistency, and incomplete diets feeding raw food. Even commercial raw diets like small batch are formulated, but that doesn't mean perfectly balanced across all nutrients. This point was supported by 2 additional studies. One is the Commercial Raw Pet Food Assessment Study in 2022. Key findings include many products are deficient in essential nutrients, often nutritionally imbalanced, and often high in fat. The other article is the Mineral Adequacy Study published in 2025. The key points are raw meat nutrient levels vary naturally. Not all brand meets AAFCO or FEDIAF consistently, and there's no feeding trials like major Kibble brands. So I think the main point of view of this article is that raw feeding works, but only if the nutrition is controlled more precisely than it looks. Second point is safety risks. Handling and feeding raw food may expose your pups and yourself to higher chances of microbial contamination, especially Salmonella and E. coli. Dogs can shed bacteria and pass it on to you. Most of the raw diet packaging doesn't highlight enough on how to properly handle raw food. Especially freeze-dried raw diets. Think about it. Even though they don't look raw, they still contain raw meat. This concerns me because sometimes I get sloppy and don't wipe the countertop properly after handling the raw dog food. Also, Monki is a huge kisser. She's very slobbery when she licks me, which may pass bacteria from the raw food to me. I think raw feeding works, but only if you have a system to properly store and handle raw food. I will put all of the articles in the description so you can take a read if you're interested. One of the reasons why I'm switching back to dry dog food is the operational complexity of maintaining a raw diet. I have to remember to thaw food the night before. If I forget to take it out, then Monki would not have food to eat in the morning. Many of us have a busy schedule in the morning to go to work or send kids to school. If you find out last minute the dog's food is not ready, you will be in a very bad position during morning rush hour. Because of all these considerations, I don't think I need a most optimized dog food in theory. Instead, I need a food with consistent and balanced nutrients that have gone through food trials, and also easy for me to handle every day. I still give freeze-dried raw treats to Monki. To me, they are more manageable than a raw diet. At the end of the day, this video isn't about raw versus kibble. I feed raw, but I still question it. It's about better understanding the trade-offs you are making and find what's best for you and your pup.